Did you know that some experts advise against selling your Tesla stock amidst uncertainty surrounding the leading EV company's stocks? Even some bulls are losing confidence in Tesla stock because of its current performance. However, some believe that Tesla investors should not sell their shares. You definitely would not want to miss this info. Tesla stock, currently sitting at $227.54 per share, has been causing investors doubts as to whether or not they should sell their Tesla stock. All it took for Elon Musk to calm Tesla investors was one simple word. A full week after Singapore-based billionaire Leo Kogoan warned only a stock buyback or 100% earnings growth would pull Tesla out of its current slump, Musk finally replied to his third-quarter largest shareholder, "Noted," he wrote. Minutes later, the stock reversed its losses as investors took this as a clear sign that Musk might greenlight Tesla spending anywhere between $5 billion to even $10 billion on its first-ever share buyback. While Musk's cryptic response may have left open what, if anything, he plans to do, he engages with his fan base on Twitter daily, and their growing calls for a buyback will not have escaped his attention. Even in May, billionaire Leo Kogoan called on Tesla to announce a $15 billion stock buyback as the company's share price continues to fall. In a tweet to Martin Vicha, head of investor relations at Tesla, Kogoan said the company should immediately announce its plans to buy back $5 billion of Tesla shares this year and $10 billion next year. He added that Tesla should use its free cash flow to fund the buyback and that it shouldn't affect its existing $18 billion cash reserves. In another tweet, Kogoan said Tesla's free cash flow amounted to $2.2 billion in the first quarter of the year. He added that he expects it to climb to $8 billion this year and $17 billion next year after capital expenditures have been factored in. He also said that Tesla can invest in full self-driving, its Optimus bot, and new factories, while also buying back its undervalued stocks. A stock buyback, when a public company uses cash to buy shares of its own on the open market, is a method that firms use to try to return capital to shareholders. Aside from Tesla's third-largest individual shareholder, a known Tesla bull calls for a stock buyback. Gary Black and David Callis, co-founders of the Future Fund, in which Tesla is the single biggest holding, wrote an open letter to the Tesla board suggesting a $10 billion share buyback. Our view is that Tesla is now operating from a position of outstanding financial strength. With $18.9 billion in cash and marketable securities and virtually no debt, we believe now is a unique opportunity to buy your stock. In mid-October, Black took to Twitter to release the open letter to Tesla. Black wrote in a tweet, with Tesla selling at its lowest forward PE, 37x on Wall Street 2023 EPS since COVID, with $18.9 billion in cash and no debt and an investment-grade rating, now seems an ideal time for Tesla's BOD to consider a $10 billion plus share buyback. Black continued on a Twitter thread stating that the Future Fund is proposing $10 billion in buybacks over the next 3 years. Black noted that Tesla has $18.9 billion in cash and could generate $100 billion free cash flow after CapEx, after the $35 billion for new Gigas, Optimus, Dojo, robotaxis, and other initiatives over the next 3 years. $10 billion in buybacks is after all growth projects, Black wrote. Following the last tweet, Black continued, "Remember, there are only 5 outlets for excess cash flow: pay down debt, acquisitions, dividends, share repurchases, and build up cash. Share repos likely offer the highest ROI of the 5. We believe now is a unique opportunity to buy your stock at well below our estimate of $550 a share intrinsic value," the fund manager told the board. When short-term noise is depressing shares, as is happening now, Tesla management can buy back more shares. He added. The fund manager also said the buybacks will unlikely have any impact on the company's financial flexibility. Buybacks may be preferred to dividends by Tesla shareholders, as this shareholder return policy has a favorable long-term capital gains tax treatment, he said. From the company's perspective, buybacks can be managed opportunistically, unlike dividends that are fairly rigid once put in place, Black said. Black's actively managed Future Fund has Tesla as its top holding, with the EV maker's stock accounting for close to 11% of its portfolio. How does a buyback affect a company and its shareholders? A buyback benefits shareholders by increasing the percentage of ownership held by each investor by reducing the total number of outstanding shares. In the case of a buyback, the company is concentrating its shareholder value rather than diluting it. Moreover, companies benefit from a stock buyback because it can preserve stock prices, consolidate ownership, and take the place of dividends. Investors can benefit because they receive their capital back. However, a repurchase doesn't always benefit investors. A stock buyback basically allows a company to reinvest in itself. This is perhaps the reason why Tesla investors are adamant about the company buying back its shares. Much to investors' delight, Tesla CEO Elon Musk talked about a possible buyback in the most recent Q3 earnings call. We've debated the buyback idea extensively at the board level. The board generally thinks that it makes sense to do a buyback, but we want to work through the right process to do a buyback, but it's certainly possible for us to do a buyback on the order of $5 to $10 billion. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said. In the recent Q3 2022 earnings call, Tesla executives and CEO Elon Musk himself addressed several issues including Tesla stock buyback. Musk explained that even in the downside scenario next year, although 2023 may prove to be a difficult year, Tesla still has the ability to do a $5 to $10 billion buyback. Of course, this is still evidently pending board review and approval. It's likely that we'll do some meaningful buyback, Musk said. He added that while the market teams revolve around the short term, it's very important to focus on the long term. In addition to a possible stock buyback, the production of Tesla's much-anticipated Tesla Semi and Cybertruck remains on track. The Tesla Semi, a fully electric semi-truck with active safety features, a massive range, and a spacious interior designed for maximum safety, is scheduled for delivery on December 1st. In fact, Musk said he would personally be there to deliver the first semi-commercial trucks to Pepsi. Moreover, he is tentatively aiming to manufacture 50,000 units by 2024 in North America. We will begin ramping up production of the Tesla Semi, which is a max-low heavy truck that's a Class A truck, Musk explained. We'll be ramping up semi-production through next year. Regarding the much-anticipated Tesla Cybertruck, we're still on track to enter early production middle of next year, said Tesla head of engineering Lars Moravy. Musk said, "We're in the final lap for Cybertruck." Musk continued to explain, "At this point, we've done the engineering for Cybertrucks and for Semi." Experts believe that in addition to the current Tesla models available to the public, these two products will allow Tesla to flourish more. Added to that, Tesla has been faithfully working on the Tesla Robotaxi, as well as the Tesla Full Self-Driving or FSD. Moreover, Musk made a bold claim that Tesla will be worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined. Musk said, "I see a potential path with Tesla worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined." Note that Apple's market cap is around $2.3 trillion, while Saudi Aramco's is around $2 trillion, which means Tesla CEO Elon Musk sees Tesla to be worth around $5 trillion. However, Musk was quick to explain that the process will not be a walk in the park. That doesn't mean it will happen or that it will be easy. In fact, I think it will be very difficult. It will require a lot of work, some very creative new products, managed expansion, and always luck, he said. Musk added, "I should mention that when I said that probably now that I see a path in an extremely very difficult path to get where Tesla with as much as Apple and Saudi Aramco combined, I wasn't including Optimus. This implies that if the humanoid robot Optimus performs well, Musk expects Tesla to be worth more." That said, several experts warn Tesla investors against selling their Tesla stock, as they believe that while Tesla stock has constantly been falling these days, the EV company will eventually rise from this. After all, many believe that Tesla stock is for long-term investors. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more Tesla stock content.